We are actually at a really cool property because this guy not only keeps horses, but I think he actually bred them for racing.
He would be what they consider a horse expert in a lot of horse circles.
Yes.
Not circles I travel in, but he does.
Cute older couple, so we're going to showcase how they live the Aquascape lifestyle.
And we kept thinking, well, we want it. Can we afford it?
Was it a good investment?
Oh, it's a good investment.
We can't afford not to do it.
We came out here, you held a big Colt 45, I think, on your side here, and told us you better not screw anything up.
Right.
The other thing you do to keep us inspired throughout the day was you blasted German music.
Yeah.
Don't mess with this guy. So it's a little bit of an overcast day in Dundee, Illinois. This is Brian Helfrich, my top guy from the construction team. And we are actually at a really cool property because this guy not only keeps horses, but I think he actually bred them for racing.
Bred him, showed him. He would be what they consider a horse expert in a lot of horse circles.
Yes.
Not circles I travel in, but he does.
Cute older couple, so we're going to showcase how they live the Aquascape lifestyle because I'm Greg Wittstock, the pond guy, and this is showcasing how people live the Aquascape lifestyle.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
We're good.
I'll get a hug too.
All right.
Is your husband home, the horse guy?
Yes, he is.
Okay, let's go check this out. Wow, right outside their door. How awesome is this?
We have people here at least 2-3 times a month.
That's good. That's how you stay young, right?
Right.
Yeah.
The good part is they bring the wine. I just have to put snacks on it, and I have the atmosphere.
Right. Well, and what do people say that come back here?
Oh, they love it, yeah. No matter the weather.
Yes.
Last week I had a friend over for a glass of wine, and I said, you know, it's kind of cool. You want to go in? No, I'll just,
I'll just
we
hang
care
out.
about the temperature.
Yeah. This is the story of the water feature, huh?
Now that brings back some memories.
How many years ago was this?
I think 10.
Well, look at, here's the original pond. That was the first time we came out, and then we
Made it
kinda
bigger.
said, hey, if we're coming back out, how much bigger can we actually make it? Oh my gosh, this is so fantastic. I don't know if you can see this, but see this log right here?
Yep.
That's that log right there.
So 10 years ago, that log was put in there, and there it is today.
I think this pot was over here though.
Hey, but actually tell this, because people are always worried about logs deteriorating in the water, and you've got a theory on that.
So for 10 years, this thing has sat there, and it's obviously breaking down a little bit, but the area that's breaking down is the part that's up above water.
Yep.
Anytime you completely submerge a log, it'll last 10 times longer. In fact, some of the most expensive wood in the world right now is being harvested off the bottom of lakes and oceans.
From hundreds of years ago, yeah.
Yeah, look at that one.
Well, we got one of you who's a little bit older here, but but how much work is this for someone, you know, because people have no perspective. And the reason that I'm going out and showcasing this vlog is I'm trying to showcase what it's like to actually live with an Aquascape ecosystem water feature.
He's the expert.
That much work. The benefits you get from it over the little work that you have to do to maintain it, 100%.
People assume when they see this, and it's so grandiose and it goes for the, you know, a whole back of the yard, they think it's got to be a lot of work, but you wouldn't want something that's a lot of work.
No, we haven't done anything.
You haven't done anything? You like to hear that. So I know that you have some beautiful fish over here. Do you still feed them from up on the top here? Can we do that? Can you show us feeding the fish? Look at the size of those fish, those bruisers.
Oh my God. They're definitely not missing any meals.
No.
I mean, I love this elevated perch. I mean, we're almost to the edge of the pond. You know, we're within
Right.
3 feet of the edge of the pond. So you look right down and see from a bird's eye perspective those beautiful giant koi that you have in there. Is this your master bedroom here?
Yes.
I mean, look at how nice this is.
I know.
Their master bedroom opens up. You walk out the door.
You know, the bedroom's like a tree house. We're high enough that we have the peaks of the trees, but then down below we have the pond. And we have the noise from the water flow.
So basically,
Yeah.
this is what you hear from your bedroom window.
Yes, right.
Not a
No,
bad sound.
No, it's not.
We're in Yosemite in Dundee, Illinois. So Jack, I see the speakers back there. Brian told me a little story about when the guys were building it.
Yeah.
Do you remember the story that he was telling us?
I don't know, but I kept them hopping. They kept
Good.
Jack, so you're one of my most memorable customers of all time because we came out here, there was a couple things. You held a big Colt 45, I think, on your side here and told us you better not screw anything up.
Right.
The other thing you do to keep us inspired throughout the day was you blasted German music throughout the
yeah.
You were so much fun.
Who's this?
The last Aquascape man.
I love it. Don't mess with this guy.
Everybody's always wanting to plant things too close, right? And everybody says like, oh, give it 5 years, 10 years, and it seems like an eternity. But 10 years goes by in a blink of an eye. This tree right here is that tree 10 years later. Talk about transforming a yard, right? Like. So it was funny, we just got done talking, you know, it was 10 years ago I was out here, but we were talking about how you were scared. What were you scared about?
There was nothing on paper, no diagram, no plan, no vision for me to interpret, just hand motions.
So I was up here, and when I was
Right.
explaining the
Yeah,
waterfalls,
you
I was...
You just using your hands and arms to explain how great it's going to be.
So-
and we took a risk.
Right? And so what was that like? Like,
We were nervous. You said to us, the first day, you're going to go, wow. The second day, you're going to want to throw us out of here. And the third day, you're going to go, oh my gosh. And that's exactly how it was. And then the third day, you started putting everything in. And when the water sound started going, it was like, holy mackerel. Then it was worth it.
so that third day or the last day when we, you know, as everything starts coming together, it's really like a short period where it all starts kind of coming back together, but then you plug it in and you're like, oh my gosh, I actually own this. And now look at how much different it is. I mean, I love this picture because I remember planting that. You're like,
Right.
Brian, where do you think it would go? I'm like, oh, it's gonna get pretty big, so let's put it over here a little bit. And you would never guess in 10
Right.
years that
Right.
big pine tree way over there
Right.
got that big.
So what a great room to be able to sit here at the kitchen table and be able to hear that sound. The fireplace
It's
going
cold,
right over
yeah.
here, the waterfalls. They say a waterfall is a wintertime, summertime, springtime, and fall time fireplace.
Right, there you go. Yeah.
You told me a funny story about the border collies
Yeah.
with the herding of the fish.
They used to try to herd the koi, and they would race around the pond in a horseshoe kind of shape. And you couldn't plant flowers because there's a path made by the border collies while he's trying to herd.
So the fish would go from one side to the other side.
Right, right.
That's in their nature. Let's go see these dogs. Hi, good pop.
He's also kind of a
Ten years living with an Aquascape water feature. The reason that I'm doing these vlogs is people don't have a perspective that you've been able to gain. What would you say to people that don't really have a perspective of what the Aquascape lifestyle is?
Well, it builds a lot of social relationships.
Uh-huh.
Family, business, community. We open it up to everyone. Anyone wants to come sit by it just to read, and we entertain celebrations.
So it's kind of the focal point of
Yes.
your entertaining and your relationships. I love that.
Even in the winter, it bubbles up and you can see it from inside.
And that's one thing people don't realize is a water feature is enjoyable 365 days out of the year. And I guarantee you, I don't even have to ask this because I know this, that when you wake up in the morning, you look out to see what's going on with the fish.
Right. The first thing we do in the morning is open up the doors and let the sound come in.
Yes.
Yeah, and it's a nice cool breeze. And
What's the story of how this pond originally got started? How did you go even wanting a pond?
we knew we had
The slope?
The slope.
Uh-huh.
And the land. We went to the Chicago
A flower and garden show.
Garden Show
Yes.
a few times, and we drool over all of the beautiful
Yes, you know that
features.
all those designs in the Chicago Flower and Garden Show were mine.
So
Brian just
weren't.
literally
No,
did
they
my
weren't.
designs.
and we kept thinking, well, we want it. Can we afford it?
And
then,
what would you say? What was it a good investment?
Oh, it's a good investment.
We can't afford not to do it.
I like that.
You know,
It adds to this whole environment of our entertainment
Yes.
area.
You know when they say the best time to plant a tree is, right? 5 years ago. When's the second best time? Today.
Today, yeah.
You know, just get an Aquascape ecosystem water feature and learn what it's like to live with one, because this is what my goal is. My goal with this channel is to expose more people to what people who actually live the Aquascape lifestyle, how they actually use it, because I believe everybody wants a water feature, they just don't know it yet. Hey, if you like to see cool people living the Aquascape lifestyle and great designs that Brian has, like, comment, and subscribe to this channel, and follow along and share with the world what living the Aquascape lifestyle is all about. I love my job.